Hi, my name is Kevin Houck, and I am the Chief of Watershed and Flood Protection at the Colorado Water Conservation Board. The watersheds and natural resources sector looks at all kinds of resources that are natural in nature. So we look at things such as water supply and other water resources and how they relate to recreation, natural environment and habitat and that kind of thing. We also look at, for example, forests, various lands, whether it is for agriculture or, again, recreation or forestry or any of the other land uses that we kind of think of when we talk about natural processes. A large variety of professionals would probably work in this sector. A good example would be engineers, planners, policymakers, scientists, and the like. Resilience in the watershed and natural resources sector is really similar to resilience in any other kind of arena as well. So what we look at is when something bad or challenging happens, how quickly can a community or a group of people recover from that problem, or how can they prevent the problem from being a bad issue in the first place? A resilient watershed would be, for example, if a fire comes through, how quickly could it recover its characteristics so that the forest can regrow, the water quality is not impacted too heavily. The most common shocks we will find would be wildfires and floods. They can be very devastating. In fact, flooding is the costliest natural disaster in Colorado's state history. When we talk about stresses, we look to slower processes that can accumulate over time. So we often think of drought as something that begins as a stress and becomes a shock. An example of a project that we look at with wildfire is to look at the wildland-urban interface and look at the health of the forests around houses. So we can look at things such as clearing dead trees, spacing trees further apart, and even in some cases doing prescribed burns. And what these will lead to is that if a wildfire were to occur, it wouldn't be as devastating, and in many cases it may prevent a wildfire from occurring in the first place.